that natural loofah-esque, post-loofah-esque look that I have going.
We're going to have to start.
Can we recover? Can we?
Hello and welcome yet again to another glorious episode of Adventures in Entrepreneurship. I'm your host, Jared. This is, of course, the beautiful Captain Clay. And today, Clay, we are talking about the Mastermind.
Yep.
Why don't you tell all our people out there, actually real quick, we got to give a shout out to all the dads. Happy Father's Day to you.
Oh, thank you.
You father of 5. And all the other dads out there watching, happy Father's Day. Yesterday was Father's Day. We're a little late on it, but just wanted to say happy Father's Day.
Quick tie-in real quick. Mm-hmm. Yesterday at church, Pastor George talked about how fatherless kids out there are really at the root of a lot of the problems going on. It was an incredible message. You got to go to the Church Move website, check it out.
Absolutely.
It was awesome information on how not just to produce humans physically, but to actually parent children as a father. It was very humbling and really informative. So check it out.
The 4 roles of a dad. Go check it out for sure. Maybe we can post the link.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Well, today, Clay, we are talking about the power of the mastermind. And why don't you real quick give us just a quick description. What is a mastermind? A
mastermind is a group of people that are coming together to kind of working in a spirit of harmony for the purposes of making money. So it's kind of weird. You have a team of people that get together to form like a group of people that form a team to play like flag football, or a group of people that come together to, raise money for a charity or to watch a game. But this is a group of people that are getting together for the purpose of making money. It's very rare and normal, commonplace, I guess, everyday America for this to happen. But when it does, something magical always happens. It's awesome.
Okay. And in chapter 10 of your book, you talk about Lori Montag.
Yeah.
And her power of her mastermind and her being your mentor.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, who is Lori Montag, for one, and then second of all, what did she teach you?
If you get a chance, if you're connected to the internet and you're not connected and you're watching this video, that's amazing. But if you are connected to the internet, just Google Lori Montag. It'd be fun for you to check out her stuff. But she invented the slap watch. The things that I think Barbara Walters was wearing on The View the other day. They've done Good Morning America. She also invented the zany bands, where you have a rubber band, but it's in the shape of an elephant or something you wear. She's a phenomenal entrepreneur. When I first met her, I was like 7, maybe 8 years old, and I was friends with her son. And over time, as I grew older and more delusionally optimistic about my future, I encountered her, and I knew her as Lori Montag, entrepreneur and owner of a photography business. She started off as a manager of one, and then she became the founder of her own. And Lori taught me real quickly that in the wedding business, that if you're a lone wolf and you're out there just buying ads, right? You're just buying as many ads as possible, and you're out there making as many calls as possible. You cannot and will not book as many weddings as you would if you networked with the top people in the field and you form a mastermind to refer each other. I think there's 2 of these. Mastermind to refer each other. And the idea is that every bride who books a wedding goes where? To a venue. They go to a venue. They get married somewhere. As a general rule, they don't get married at their house. Some people get married at a friend's house. It's really nice, which would be awesome. But most people get married at hotels or some kind of banquet facility. And so if you focus on marketing to those people, and then to all the photographers and all the video people, that if you had a DJ company, you'd quickly generate a lot of revenue. So Lori was really hammering me about the importance of networking with the leaders in the industry. The top people, not the carps. Not the people at the bottom that are carp-esque that are looking to eat the plankton leftovers, but the people that are really there at the top of the food chain.
Wow. Now, for those people out there watching that may not have a Lori Montag, how would you give us a few examples of how they can form their own mastermind? Okay.
Well, if you're watching this and you have attended college and you graduated, and you're still paying off student loans, then you'll kind of appreciate the value of education and paying for stuff. If you didn't go to college, and you're going, I would never pay for education. Well, you need to pay for education in this regard. I give you two things you can do. One is, I would say, the power of $500. This is what I would do. I would seriously call up the top entrepreneurs that you can think of. Just, if you don't know who they are, just find out who owns the businesses or who started the businesses you like. Call them up and say, hey, I'd like to set up an appointment to meet with such and such for 15 minutes. I'll pay them $500 for 20 minutes of their time or 30 minutes of their time. And just offer to pay $500 or donate $500 to their charity for 30 minutes of their time. And most of the guys will take you up on it without charging you, but some people will charge you. And over time, I've spent $100, $200, $300 on lunch paying for somebody to take me out to lunch. And I had a list of specific questions written down, and I'm going, during this half hour, I will learn this information. And it's critical. I mean, it's huge. The other thing you can do is just go up there and think about what businesses you like, that you really enjoy, that you think are excellent businesses, and go onto Amazon and see if you can find a book about that company or a case study about that company. I just read the book, well, maybe I didn't read it. No, I did. Read the book, In and Out Burgers. This book is phenomenal, case study on that business, how it works, what they do well, what they don't do well. It's awesome. In here we've got, where is it here? Richard Bronson, his book about how he started Virgin Airways and Virgin Mobile and Virgin Records. Phenomenal stuff, and these are all books I'm learning from. So that's a great way to do it. But the two main ways is, one, the power of $500. Two, Amazon. Find case studies on the businesses that you like and admire, and see if you can't take some of their ideas and implement those guys. And what will happen is you start to form a kind of a virtual mastermind. So it's people that are not physically present, but you know what they think on things. So like if I'm going, I don't know how I'm going to finance the build out of my new building. If I don't know how to do it, I can flip here and I can flip to Richard Bronson's thoughts on it, and he very articulately lays out that capital is always available if you're willing to work with investors, and he explains how to do that. So, I mean, it's a way to form a mastermind of people that are not physically present, but they're kind of mentally present. And you start to ask yourself, what would Richard Bronson do in this situation? Or what would Jack Welch do in this situation? What would, that kind of thing.
Wow. So there you have it, the importance of forming a mastermind, getting around like-minded people to change the way you think. Clay, give us a 30-second out. Give us a little recap here.
Basically, not trying to offend anyone, because I'm sure everyone watching this is not like most people. But most people are not solution-orientated, and most people do not think about the future, and most people do not get together with their homies to talk about ways to make money. So if you're getting your advice from most people, you're going to go to the bottom. You know what I mean? Like if you have a church, if you have a business, if you have something, you're just getting the feedback from most people, unless you're asking them from the perspective of a consumer, what would you buy from me? They're going to give you poor advice. So you have to surround yourself with a group of people that are excited, motivated, and full of life, and when it comes to encouraging you to grow your business. I can say right now I literally have probably about 7 or 8 people that I fellowship with that are excellent mentors for me, and we get together and talk about how to make money and how to increase profits, how to make better products. It's awesome. It's encouraging. It's inspiring. You get together with most people, they go, well, why don't you guys just pull the plug if it's not working by now? You know what I mean? You want to go to Dairy Queen? That kind of thing. So I recommend you don't go to Dairy Queen, you don't hang out with those people when it comes to making money.
So there you have it. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can post them on our Facebook page, always on our YouTube page, and you can email Clay directly at clay@makeyourlifeepic.com. So there you have it. Another great episode of Adventures in Entrepreneurship. See you next time.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between a successful business and one that is simply surviving? How do you train your salespeople to close the deal 90% of the time instead of 10% of the time? How do you motivate your team to exceed your clients' expectations every time without the use of a taser? The answer to these questions and more can be found right here at MakeYourLifeEpic.com. Here you will receive practical coaching, consulting, and training that will help you create and grow a thriving business. I hope that you will take advantage of the resources that we've made available on this site. Thank you for visiting MakeYourLifeEpic.com. And remember, the time will never be just right. Now is the time to make your life epic.